Starting off, we're working with a tribute to TnT Modding because we're looking at a new map that Terry is building. I will point out their Facebook page and stuff like that, so everybody can go check them out if they want to. But this is how I met Terry. Let me get this over to here, about the same spot. So when I met Terry, he was doing East Bridge Hills. And when I first saw the name and everything, I thought it was a misprint because I played West Bridge Hills and I knew about it. And I thought, well, maybe it's something different. So when I went into it, I just kind of sat there for a minute and I was like, something is very familiar and very different at the same time. And I thought literally it was West Bridge Hills when I first got into it. And this was just something that was an error, but things had really gotten drastically changed. But the more I looked, the more I noticed that it really wasn't the same map. It just extremely had the same feel. So I really fell in love with East Bridge. Then he did Eureka Farms. He did Lazy Acres. And then he redid West Bridge Hills. This is the beta video that I did for it. And my current streaming that I'm doing on Farm Simulator 19 is West Bridge Hills by TnT Modding. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to show you his past maps before we get into his new map in case you haven't seen it thus far. It's all a part of my master plan. So let's go over here, get this back out of the way. I will edit these little drag and drops for YouTube. I will spend the time to get it all nice and clean and quick. So the first one I'm going to do though is Eureka. Here we go. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is start off with Eureka Farms. In case you hadn't seen it, like I said. So with Eureka Farms, it is some squared up fields. You got 4 sales points, so great for pricing. Oh, what it does on all his maps, he figured out the multi-fruit, so it does that. And he's pretty good at solving issues with maps and stuff, so very rarely do you see many issues with the map. So it does has jobs. And as far as what you get, this is the garage. It's big equipment. It's big farming. It's a little bit more than I like, but this is for people who really enjoys big farming. I mean, if I really wanted to, I'd go in here and sell everything there is. And as you can see, it goes on forever. He literally put, if you need money at the start, there's something wrong. It's you got everything you need and a whole lot more. It just keeps going. In buildings and equipment and all that, you're going to have everything you could possibly want in a map. And as you can see, it is some squared up farming, flat farming. A lot of people likes that. It does have traffic, so it has life. You got fields that you can join together. So, I mean, you can make this pretty massive fields. I like that. Especially for people that really loves big farming. It's all nice. It's clean. You got a diverse population of trees, even along your border. There wasn't no hiding of the border on this map. But the way it sits and you're sitting on a tractor, it's clean, it's simple, and it works. You know, there's no hiding anything. Some massive fields. So it is what it is. It has a little bit of road to it, but not much. And for people that likes a lot of hills and stuff, this may not be the map for you, but luckily Terry does a little bit of everything. But I mean, it has a very nice, clean feel, natural look with life to really make the map feel alive. And I really like that. And of course, this isn't just, hey Huck, how you doing? Everything's going great, man. I mean, I'm doing a TnT Modding tribute, and he has a new map coming out. I do have laryngitis. That's what was wrong. So I'll end up losing my internet for 2 days and laryngitis. And of course, since I got laryngitis, I'm going to talk a lot. So should make for some fun. Maybe we can get some Alvin Chipmunk voices and stuff going on as well. It'd be awesome. So, kind of get my oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So, as I was stating before, we're looking at some of his past maps. This is TnT Modding. His name is Terry. He's a super nice guy. I love him to death, and I've been with him for a while. This first map we're looking at is Eureka Farms. It has a little bit of hills to it, not much, squared up fields. As I was saying, you do have life. You have roads coming through here, you know, that's not very squared up. All your edges of your border and everything looks nice and clean, simple. They don't, he didn't try to really hide it. But if you're down here where you're supposed to be, you can't tell it. So it's nice, simple, and clean. I was talking about that. But I really enjoy working with Terry. It's been a real blessing. So, I mean, all on this map, it's just nice, simple, clean, big monster. You know, very simple farming. So now we're going to look at his next map. And as you look at these maps and stuff, you'll kind of get a see of what his style is, or what you would assume his style is. But I'll show you. So the next one we're going to look at, let me hide my icons kind of. Clean up my desktop a little bit. The next one we're going to look at is Lazy Acres by TnT Modding. And I promise YouTube, I will be doing a lot of editing. It's going to take me a while to go through all this stuff. Yep. Brand new, hasn't been released. It's in the middle of being built. So you're going to have early. Oh, cool. That's awesome. There's actually a couple Pennsylvania maps being built, and they're both being discussed on TnT Modding's website. So if Bucks County is not too far from you, you should be able to weigh in and with Terry and actually give some advice and stuff if you want. At least that is the plan. He is doing this one a little bit different than before. I'm so sorry. Well, you may want to check to make sure first because all these is free, but he's doing this one here a little bit differently, and it could be for monetary concerns that he has or whatever. I'm not going to go in on all that, but you'll see. We'll kind of get to that part. Okay, so YouTube. Here's the second map we're going to look at by TnT Modding. This is Lazy Acres Farm. And as you can see, he's got a lot of modding wealth in it. And I love modding wealth. It's just absolutely perfect. He uses this garage. Peyton Diesel, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. We're going to be looking at TnT Modding's map. It's kind of a tribute. He's got a new map coming out, and we're going to be looking at it. And also maybe do some map reviews today. But right now I'm just showing TnT Modding some of the stuff that he has done thus far to lead up to this new map. So it's kind of like a tribute stream to him. So as you can see, we got a lot of modding wealth buildings and stuff like that. I will show you the map first. Again, like Eureka, it is a lot of squared up farms, but he does a little something different. He starts playing around with train splines and stuff, and he winds up becoming a master at it. BK Nation decided to add a train to hers, and she thought about taking it out because trains are a royal pain in the booty for train splines and stuff. So the thing about it is, I said, well, let me throw it at Terry and let him see if he can fix it. I said, I don't know, it could take days, you know. I sent it over to him. Literally, I just got done uploading it to him from Mega, and I had no more left to room, and he sent it back and said, okay, it's done. And I'm like, all those errors and everything, he's just blistering fast with trains now. So on this one here, you got tons of sell points. So you're going to have great competitive pricing. He always does multi-fruit, as you can see. So people that's in the multi-fruit and seasons and stuff, you're going to be quite pleased. It does have jobs. And as far as the garage go, you got big equipment again. So the last map was big equipment. This map was big equipment. It is out of my play style, but I get outvoted on this a lot. Probably 70% of everybody really loves big iron. So as you can see, once again, you're given everything. If you got monetary concerns on his map, something is wrong because it's just not there that you have to worry about it. You got all this beautiful modding wealth stuff, and this one here is not modding wealth. That is by, I'll have to try to think of his name on that one, but I'm a big fan of his work too. All his work is pretty much the same thing. Everybody's gonna be shouting me his name. I'll have to try to remember that one. But like, you got this old fermenting silo. He does use some big silos. Nostalgic Farmer, I think it is, it does that, if I remember right. But anyway, feel free to yell at me YouTube, and I will put in the comments, or yell at me in chat if you remember. Like I said, it's just chock full of modding wealth stuff. And I will take you for a look around. Got a little pond right here on the property. The farm itself is really nice because I'm just a big fan of modding wealth. I love their buildings. I love everything that they do. It's just always right. And as you can see, you're going to have life on this map along with the trains. And here's the cool thing. Every one of these sell points can be gotten to by one of two trains. So you got a little loading area here and a place to, and this does work. You can go to the main silos and you can bring your grains from one train to another. It all works. I got to take part in testing on that. Like I said, you've got life all over this map. Again, same thing. You can use this as additional silo, and you got a place for moving your trains from one to another. So if you take this one train route, let's go back. Your fields are, like I said, squared up. But they do have a little bit of life, unlike the last map. They got some rolls to them and stuff. He kind of takes what he did with East Bridge and West Bridge Hills and is doing it on this map here. Of course, this one came before his version of West Bridge. See, you got a sell point here, and it's on a train route. Plus, you got an additional sell point this way. So you can use the train or not use the train. It's simply up to you. So if you like playing with your toy trains, go right ahead. Again, you got inside and outside. Sorry for the laryngitis. And you got, of course, you got some sell points up in here. Here's another where you can sell by train, of course, or here. Okay, up. And again here. So, and that's just one side of the map. Let's go to the other side of the map, which is going to be way over here. So you got another place here. So most of your sell points, your BGA and all that is on the outside edges of the map. Your forest areas, again, even though this is more of a less type of trees, is very clean, very natural look, kind of like with the last map. He don't run a border or anything like that. But in saying that, just like the last map, you can't tell it. It's just so simple and clean. Not a bunch of hills, no paper background, just nice, simple, clean. You'll never see it. It looks fantastic. And it carries the same thing pretty much all the way around this map. Here's your sawmill, your livestock, and then you got some restaurants and your BP to sell that. Now we're going to look at the next map. So we have looked at Eureka Farms, Lazy Acre, now East Bridge. And this is where it gets interesting. This is where I met him. And you'll kind of see why I was kind of thrown back. Because literally it was, this has to be a typo. This has to be West Bridge. And just cause whenever I first went in and looked at it, it just had that feel. But then when you look around and stuff, you see that it's not. I thought he kind of give it a weird starting location and all that. And somebody had just edited West Bridge Hills. But this right here is when I first met Terry. All right, YouTube, we're back. So now we're going to look at the first map that, yeah, I'm in Kentucky. You're in the same time zone as NC and possibly Huck. It's 9:45 here. It's hard for me to kind of roll out of bed. I went to bed at 3 o'clock last night. Just got my internet back. So I was uploading videos till about 3. And yeah. So between morning voice and laryngitis and Like I said, all I need now is a little Alvin Chipmunk going on. And we have some really cool voiceovers. Okay, so we're back. We looked at two of his mounts. We are looking at them out of order, but trust me, it is a reason for it. So now we're looking at East Bridge Hills. This was his first one. The first two you seen, the first one was flat, just flat, squared up fields, make massive farms. Then you get a little gradual rise, and you got trains brought into it. And so if you like trains, you can go that route. And all these maps is out and is available. Now for Eastbridge, this is the one that blew my mind. I messaged him about it. I was like, something is really off about this. I was like, is it misspelled? Is it supposed to be Westbridge? Because it had a little misspelling, as well as oh, well, if you're close to where I'm at in Kentucky, you're going to love the weather even more, because it has literally, it's a wonder if we don't stay sick, because it's either 60 or it's 30 or it's 30 below. It has not been one stable temperature yet. So on this East Bridge, you have a lot of big equipment again. And he kind of carries that theme. He's like a lot of people. He likes the big farming. I'll show you the map, and then I'll show you why I had so much confusion. Like I said, the name had a misspelling in it, but yet it kind of sounded like Westbridge was Eastbridge with some misspelling, and of course it just had that feel, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. But this is your map. Of course, in Westbridge, you have like a little town here, and that little area up here, and then along the bottom you have your wood sales and stuff. So when I was looking at it, I was like, this don't look exactly right to be Westbridge because of the field layouts and stuff. But maybe he changed it up, because if you remember on Westbridge, this is where your massive farm is, and then you got the baseball field and stuff up here, your little camper park over here. But that this has a ton of sale points like he always does. The multi-fruit like he always does. You got jobs. And as far as what you got in a garage, of course, you got big equipment. And he is bleeding John Deere green. Like always, big monster equipment, monster sprayers. I mean, you're looking at what, $1 million in equipment right here alone. So you get to have the biggest, the best. Once again, for another map, if you got any kind of monetary concerns at the first, or if there's something that you just really need, I don't know what it is, unless if it's just a mod or something, because he has literally everything. It just keeps going on forever, other stuff that he has in this map. And this one here has a whole lot in it that he has placed all around the map. So with that, I'm going to show you what Eastbridge looks like. So we're up here in this top corner, and if you remember, Westbridge Hills has a lot of rolling hills, and I'm going to do that by showing you it. And here's where the surprise comes in. But you look at that, and I'm fixing to come over here, grab my OBS. That's not OBS. Grab my OBS. And I'm going to go to game capture. Let's see how many of y'all remembers this. This is FS13. This is when I got into this game. A lot of people goes, well, why you want to play FS13? Well, because it was fun. It's what got me started. So, anyway, where I fell in love with this game at was right here. We don't care what it is, but we want Westbridge Hills. This is what made me fall in love with this game. I can't see chat right now, so because this game has it blocked the way I got my setup. But so if you start off, oh, I might as well put my controller down. We don't have controller support, and I really don't care. I can use a keyboard and mouse, but you can see the rows of the hills, and over here all these really old buildings, these old tractors, and everybody knows me know I played old iron. That's really all I do. And look, sitting there, I mean, you got old iron. And then you had your buildings and stuff here, but look at the roll of these hills and stuff. And of course, that was your starting combine, old iron, and then you work your way up. There should be, yeah, this is the cow barn and stuff at the bottom of the map. And again, look at the hills and stuff. Which is mainly why we're in here, is to see what this game used to be and kind of look and get a feel of the map. And back then, tractors used to move really fast. Of course, I just ran over the implement. I don't have to worry about getting ran over by traffic because it moves slow. And so if y'all ever want to see any retro play of Farming Simulator, let me know. It won't bother me at all. Ah, I killed the sign! It won't bother me at all to go back and play Farming Simulator 13. I love Farming Simulator 19, and I'm promoting the heck out of GoldHunter, the game, since I'm going to be a streaming partner for it. It is going to come to our channel, and I would really love to see the community from Farming Simulator come over, because you're talking about a game that does more than what we can do in Farming Simulator in this day and time. And then it's like $20 to $25. It ain't $100. You're not paying for a ton of DLCs right now or anything else. So anyway, that's the town. And you got all these great big monster hills. So this map just kind of appealed to everybody that played this game. So I'm going to kill the game capture. Go back over here. I can see chat now. It has come a long ways. There's some people that's like, why would you play Farming Simulator 13 because you're using a keyboard and mouse and all that? It's because, well, I don't mind using a keyboard and mouse. It's how we grew up playing a game. And it's just, you know, so it's not really a big deal. Quinn actually likes playing with a keyboard and mouse more. So if you remember at the dairy farm, just like in FS13, if you start about here and look at it, it looks a lot the same. The trees are a little bit different type. Peyton said he started playing at 15, and that's the one that got him hooked, or the 15 was the one that got him hooked. And I understand, man, it is a very relaxing game. It's a fun game. But as you can see in this East Bridge Hills, with a lot of the same type of stuff going on, it just had that same feel. Then, of course, in West Bridge, your lumber yard is down here at the bottom. And once again, down here at the bottom is your lumber yard. It's just a whole lot nicer lumber yard. Again, on this map, like I said, he's not running a 2D background. He's not really using a lot of mountains and stuff. It's nice, simple, it's clean, and it looks natural. It looks nice. Something so simple and so clean. That was awesome watching that car come up over that, pointing up in the air. But it just feels right. I love it. So, and of course, in Westbridge, your BGA is also down at the bottom of the map. So here it is here, but it's been moved a little bit. So it has a lot of similarities. It literally drove my brain insane. We should be about the middle of the map, which we are. So this is where I spent most of my time when I first looked at this map. Because if you looked at Westbridge and you look at about where your farm is, where you start, which is about here, you're in like a gully, you're looking uphill, and then you're looking at a big hill there. And that's why it really blew my mind when I first saw this map. So it is not the same, but I said what needs to be done is take East Bridge Hills and West Bridge Hills and stick them together and then link these two maps together. They just feel the same. They belong together, in my opinion. So Terry's got enough maps now that he can do that if he wants. He actually was talking about taking all of his favorite maps that he plays and making them onto a big 4X. But just like with Westbridge Hills, at this corner up here, you have a line of restaurants and stuff like that. And up here, you got a line of stuff that looks down over a valley. So, in a lot of ways, it really caused a big state of confusion that what he had done. But it's not the same map. This is a very nice area through here. It's looks nice. Again, squared up fields and stuff like that. So if you're not into squared up fields, it may not be the map for you, but that's okay because he's throwing at us a lot of different things. But if you like hills on your maps, you like big farming, once again, this is another nice map. Now we're going to go to the map that I am actually streaming. But all his borders and stuff has really been nice. So YouTube, now we're looking at TnT's version of Westbridge Hills. If you remember, I showed you FS13 and what the map looked like there. He has done a little bit of different. The barn is missing. The tree line is intentionally pretty much that way, so that's why it doesn't have a really natural look. But the trees along that ridge over there is exactly like it was in FS13. Since he added a lot of the modding welt stuff, which I love for the 10,000th time, it just makes this all look nice. He does have this. In my playthrough, I sold it. I sold the lights because I do own iron. Plus, I want it to feel. Remember, FS13 is why I love the game. So I wanted to feel the way it made me feel when I was playing 13. And like I said, if y'all ever want me to do some retro play, just let me know. Now, this shop, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. I did have an issue with the shop. Of course, there hasn't really been any updates for this. It's a beautiful shop. It works well, but the problem is you can't get big equipment in here. So if you're going to be running big equipment and stuff, then unless you plan on using a lifting mod or something to throw your stuff in there one piece at a time, you'll need a building to repair with. But the thing about it is, it's beautiful. It looks nice. You can play with it. It's modding well, so all the stuff opens well. And once again, YouTube, I've said I apologize. I've got halfway laryngitis. It happens, especially when I get sick. Pretty much all the time. But if you notice, when we first came in this map, it has seasons. It's very beautiful map in snow, and I don't run seasons. I don't much care for it. Some people are completely obsessed with it. That's just not me. But I love how beautiful it looks in seasons. This is what your map looks like. Like I said, you're going to tell it is what it was in FS13, but brought forward. You can actually use your controller and stuff like that. So once again, you have tons of sell points, and you got your extended fruits. You got jobs. The garage, once again, has bleeding green and massive amounts of it, and all this equipment comes with it. So if you're needing something, something is wrong somewhere. It just you're not going to need anything really. Now, for me and my playthrough, no disrespect to Terry, I love him to death. I sold this, and everything from here all the way over because I'll do old iron. And I ended up having to delete like $800,000. Put myself almost at zero so I can get that strain of going up through the levels and having to earn what I get. But once again, let's get spun around here to where it's a little bit more natural looking. Like I said, in the game, you start off with this. And if you look at it compared to what we saw with the FS13, it just has that look. It has that feel. When we was cut up here, of course, your shop is to your left. You got nice, clean, new roads, plenty of traffic. Of course, there is no trains on the train spline in the train area because it's just really short. I do wish it would have been kind of cool to maybe had a tunnel going through and a tunnel going off like it does, and maybe have a train to come through there if Terry just wants to really go over the top with it. But if you look at this compared to FS13 in a town, it's beautifully done. There's your park. You got tons of people, life all over this map. The train station, you can tell, came from the older versions of the game, but it helps keep that feel. Up here on top, you do have your movie theater. Your board, if I remember right, was on this side, but it's on this side now. I can't really remember, but you can tell it still is there. It still has that feel. Here's the place we used to mow so we can make bukus of money along with the ball field. Me and Quinn more than once has played this, and we would get the biggest monster of mowers we can get. That was kind of our money cheat, and you would just leave them sitting there, and then maybe some way of picking your grass up, and if you can knock this out in about 5 minutes, get $30,000. It was an awesome cheat, but they did away with that, and rightfully so. It just wasn't very natural. Now I don't like pushing money and stuff. I actually just enjoy just taking my time. I'd rather be on a tractor that sounds right and move at 5 mile an hour than push for money. Their sheep area, like before, is here, but it really has that nice old feel about it, kind of the way the original game had. Only you get a little bit more to go with it. And then all your sales area up here, including your livestock yard, actually looks like a livestock yard with your lines that they bring their animals through. So this is my current playthrough until it is time to start the next map, which is what we're fixing to get into now. So all this has been a tribute for somebody I just glad that I got a chance to meet. Don't get too excited, it's still early stage. But I actually like it when I like it. I want to see floating trains in the air and houses and cars and stuff underneath the ground, all that. It's just so exciting. I love seeing the work that it takes to build these maps. And you're actually going to see that. Alright, YouTube. So now after all the build up and showcasing all Terry's map, TnT Modding, question was asked, are these private maps? They are not private. Every one of them is on modhub.us, or you can go to Terry's Facebook page and I'll show you that. So his Facebook page is TnT Modding. This little symbol right here. And if you're wanting to see more in depth or maybe get some map links, if you're not familiar with modhub.us, you can go to my channel. It's Gaming with Kentucky JD, just like it is here. And just do a search or look in here. You can look at these episodes when I used to put JD EP in front of everything. I don't do that no more. I quit keeping up with it. But you can see these right here. You can pull them up and you can get the map links from there. All these are public thus far. So if y'all got any more questions, be sure to. If you got any more questions, just be sure to ask. We'll keep it going. But there is no picture right now that has not been done. That's one of the last things you do. That and your PDAs. So there's no use me pulling up the PDA because it's just not going to do no good. It's not been done yet. You're looking at the birth of a map. And I know for sure that there is a couple of maps for Pennsylvania being done. Huck is not too far from Pennsylvania. So he's all excited. Now, right now, we just have the basic in-game house. And like I said, all this is early. Once again, he's using this same garage. We're going to need a little paint work here. But check his farm out. As soon as I turned around and saw that, I went, yes, this is my next map. It's just that simple. I'm already playing Westbridge, and I am going to be streaming this map just because of that right there. It's just so different. It's not flat. It's not, it has that East Bridge, West Bridge type of feel, except there's been a little change. There's more flow of hills and stuff. Now, he may flatten this out some, but I don't think he's going to flatten it out too much from what I can see. You've also got some across the road. Some of these buildings may stay. They may not stay. As you can see, they're in the ground. He may decide to leave it there and level it in, or it's just being used to copy it or move it and put it in place later on. You're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff. But you got your little American flag kicking there. Now, see, this has already been leveled up. The chickens has already been done here. And that's why I think that some of this stuff is going to actually stay this way. Is because, if you notice, a lot of these placements are already been leveled here in the yard, which gives it a really unique feel. And Huck, you said that you're very close to this area. So if this feels natural to that area or whatever, chime in, let me know, bud. Or if you think it's got a little bit of a different feel or something like that. Of course, modding welt all over this. So for those that loves the rustic style and stuff, got a little mix of new built into that. If you're not familiar, if you come up to here and you're trying to buy animals, you can't. This is one thing I have learned about modding welt. You have to open this. Then you can buy. I like never figured that out the first time I seen this. But it's a pretty cool building. I love the Super Bay. I'm a Mopar fan. I grew up, I had a 72 Charger, a 69, I had a 68 Charger, a 69 Charger, a 72 Cuda, a 73 Cuda, 65 Sport Fury 3, a Warlock, and a van that I used to do car shows in. And I had a 72 Challenger for like 3 days. Not that it was bad, it was just a parts car. And I had it on a trailer and I was stripping the heads and stuff off the engine and kind of scrapping a car for what I wanted out of it. And a guy come up and he's like, "You want to sell it?" And he offered me, like, I bought it for 100. Back then that wasn't nothing for, it's pretty, if you've seen the body be screaming like this should be 2,000 or 3,000 at least, but back then it wasn't. And like I said, I only paid 100 and he offered me 300. I was like, sure. Hook up your trailer. So if you see we got some floaties in the sky, that's natural. This map is being built. I'm not going to focus too much on a lot of the stuff off from here, just the stuff right here. Yeah, there's not a building in PA that is on the same level. Well, that's good information because that's pretty much what's going on there. Every single building in this has a nice flat spot, but you're not going to be able to add a ton of stuff to it. But down here, if it stays kind of level, you can. But as you can tell, this isn't exactly sitting. Yep. So this may not be this way. It might not even stay here at all. Of course, over here across the road also, yes, you have another animal placement. You got your little riding area for your horses. I'm jumping like I am in Fortnite. Must be about time for me to play Fortnite again. But we can fly around, and we're going to do that. So as you can see, we got something different. This is not squared up fields. And it's got small fields thus far. And the thing about it is, I'm going to be screaming old iron for sure. But you can see there's some rise and falls. It has that East Bridge, West Bridge style that he loves so much and that I love so much, made me fall in love with this game. Hills to it. All these fields is really unique. You can see where he's starting to put in some water. Now, Terry, I told him that I would stream this, the testing and the building of the map. I love doing early access. I've got tons of early access videos on my YouTube channel. And it's because that is what I love to do. I want to promote map makers in a way that shows the hard work. Even junk maps has hard work put in them. So, I mean, what people call junk. I think any map at all that's been released and somebody's put their effort into it, then they deserve the credit for it. And they deserve to be praised for it. Especially if they turned out and said, okay, this is good. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, it's their map. Even your mowing area over here is unusually shaped. So if you don't want to mow your grass, get out your equipment, till it up, put your favorite crop in there. So we're seeing yet another different style. The outside edge looks a lot same as like in Terry's past, where he kind of leaves it alone and then puts that random amount of trees that when you get down here, it just, everything comes together then. And it looks right by the time he gets done with it. And not a lot of effort is gone into it. That's why you see me kind of cringe when I see the 2D border. And y'all know how obsessed I am with stuff looking natural. Looking out through there, that reminds me of farming in areas towards kind of going into eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, stuff like that. So that is a very natural look, a very natural feel. And Terry seems to pull that off with his maps. So, unlike his last maps and stuff, this one here he is doing a little bit different. Like I said, the other ones is already released. They're all on modhub.us. This one's kind of cute. I love that kind of stuff. I do. Look at this one. Now, this would probably freak Terry out because he wants you to see further along before he actually starts showing you. But like I said, I like showing you when everything is kind of like you just stepped into the Twilight Zone stuff, where everything is floating and just plays there and stuff until you can get it moved where you want and then raise it up and down or whatever, or copy it or whatever you're going to do with it. Got a little floating house. All we need now is a little tornado and put Dorothy in there and Toto and the scarecrow and stuff, and it would be awesome, man. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. But as you can see thus far, where he is at officially, pretty much from what we can tell with this map, is over here, the farm. And as Huck said, it's very kind of natural to PA, so I'm liking the sound of that. Just because it looks like Amish barn rather than the flat freestyle barn. Oh, it would be ideal to add the scene country cow barn instead of the modern well. Okay, so you like the Seneca County cow barn instead of modding well. Is that right? Well, Terry will get to see this video, so he will get your info. See, that's the beauty of coming to the stream and actually saying what you want or like to see in a map. I'm a modding well fan, but if you like, yeah, for PA, he says. So, let me come over here. I need one more thing loaded up. Alright, let me make sure this is right. We're going to get rid of our display. Okay, so YouTube, here is our current description. It's not really a description. It's just stuff that's come off of his from his Facebook page. So this was his first post, the bottom part. It says, started work on a new map. The one is based on an area in Bucks County, PA, 4X, Seasons, Multifruit. If you wish to be a part of the build, get an early release, or just follow the progress, check out here his patron TnT Modding. And his only specific instructions for this map was that to let people know to go to my patron page and provide input on what they would like to see done on the map. If they don't like something or whatever, I may be only releasing this map on Patreon, but we will see. So, there is a possibility that with this release, it may only be Patreon. It doesn't mean that it will be. It's just a thought. Depends on how many people goes and takes part and all that kind of stuff. It's something that he's filling out and kind of currently playing around with. So that is an early access look at Bucks County, PA. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the TnT tribute, and be sure to go over and check out his Facebook page. There's been some conversation over the Patreon and stuff like that, and some buildings they would like to see and stuff. Just head over to Facebook, TnT Modding. His name is Terry. Tell him what you think about his past maps, this map coming up, the early access to it, and be able to express how you feel and, you know, just talk to him and stuff. And talk to him about the Patreon or whatever that you need to do. He did want me to make sure that I pointed out the Patreon, and this is how he plans on releasing the map, early access, or getting you more involved in the map. So we've been talking about GoldHunter MP. I am going to be a streaming partner. I am a streaming partner for them. And I have been showing some screenshots and some other stuff. So we're looking at it on Twitch right now, and I'm going to do like my web page looks. But I want to show you some screenshots they just uploaded. Now we're talking about a game for €20, about $25 US. And I'm Farming Simulator nut. I just show where I load up FS13 and FS19. I'm completely obsessed with Farming Simulator, but this game here has me floorboarded. The previous versions of people, all my friends in my friends list that's playing this game or playing a game like this, is like, we're done with it as soon as this is released. This is our game, and a lot of them is either streaming partners or they're fixing to be streaming a game, got supporter to get in early and stuff like that. But I mean, the level of detail of all this stuff, and we're talking about a small handful of people who's streaming. Want you to come to their streams and tell them what you want to see in a game, I mean, who does this stuff? And who gives somebody like me a chance to be a streaming partner? They looked at my work, they looked at my Twitch, and they said, "You're in." And I went, "Yay!" And I went nuts. I was bawling and everything else. It's like I just hit a lottery. But you can see the level of the hookups, the bolts, and all that. We really crave in Farming Simulator. We really crave realism. And I've also been talking about, our desire to have our friends with us in our vehicles when we're doing multiplayer and stuff. I mean, check us out. You can open up all the doors and get in or whatever. You got first person view. You got plenty of views for your friends. This one here is actually showing the level of dirtiness and what it's going to look like when stuff is dirty. And the level of dirty. I love it. Looks nice. I love how we can get people in our trucks, and according to him, we can even get people in the back. It's got really beautiful interior. The release date on my channel, since I've been bumped up, you can see streaming partner, we got only 8 people that's available to stream as partner right now out of all the people that's possible. Right here is where we are. It's supposed to be the 12th, the 3rd month of this year. So it's going to be really soon. So if you want to get early access to this game, then come on over. The first supporters and second supporters will get it about a week after, and one of my friends is that. So I'm even going to shout him out on my channel to help get him some views as well, because he's not in the streaming partner. So with that, if you want to see this game, ask questions and stuff, come hit me up with a follow, come watch the streams. We will really get this game really felt out. As far as the overview goes, multiplayer mode, you can mine on land, water, and under the ice. We're talking about Bering Sea Gold and every other GoldHunter show all round up in one on this map. On land, in water, could be a small stream, a river. It could be in the ocean, under the ice. Under the ice. Awesome. Single player, multiplayer. Single player has story modes, quest modes, solo play. So if you don't want to play people, you don't have to. They got chat and voice, controller and joystick support, Steam Cloud, achievements, detailed options, detailed 64 kilometer square map. It's massive. 6 languages supported. 60 claims are available, but for the initial release of the demo, it's only going to be in German and English. More than 50 vehicles, over 250 items. Don't know what that says. I don't know German. Buildings and furniture are customizable. Minimal survival integration, but not required. I still don't agree with that. If you got survival in it, kill something or die. Or take survival out. No, that's just me. But, you can. So if you're tired of just doing something that's repetitious, go check out the animals and stuff. They got bears, they got sharks and everything else. Jump in the water with them because they are moving. So go hang out with them. Seasons available. I will show you that. So those are like seasons. You got your snow, you got everything else. Different weather, day and night. And extensions, that's the plan. So, let me go over to their website, to the overview. 32 players. That's mind-blowing. 32. You don't have to call your friends unless you got friends living all over the world and you got ping issues. If you got a decent server, you don't have to say, well, we're full, or we just don't really have the space. You got space. It's a massive map. 32 of your closest friends and followers and stuff like that. 60 claims, done been all that. I'm not going to focus too much on that because that's already been covered. Like I said, facts. As of right now, this has not changed. Right here, how much will the game cost? For the level we play at, and no more we can do, I'm more than happy paying $60 for Farming Simulator. I'm more than happy paying $60 for a lot of the games that I play that are simulator. SnowRunner, don't care. $60, I'm buying it. I may have to save up to Christmas, but I'm getting the game. But here we're getting the game for less than $25 this far. I done, when I first got jumped in as second supporter, which is still going on unless they closed it. You can get in for these early access and stuff like that and demos if you just donate about $20 ahead of time. So you can get in, look at it now yourself. As far as the buildings and stuff goes, you do have a garage, you do have houses and stuff like that. Look at all the items for the house. And that's just some of it. Here's some of your building items. You got a little portal john. These lights, we may on this stream, I don't know about YouTube, I may snap some pictures or something for YouTube because I don't want to get into copyright strikes. But on here, there's people that streams people's YouTubes. So I may do that. We may take a little quick look around and stuff so you can actually see this light going up, pushing the buttons and making stuff work. The level of detail as far as the environment goes. I mean, it is just all spot on. Looks not, and actually, a lot of these colors and stuff that you're seeing now is not the colors they're going to be using. I do know for the fact that the land is already much crisper. The textures is better. There's more life given to it. Literally, if they're not, there's going to be my future house. I love it. They're not pleased with a lot of the details and stuff. They change them. So all this is upgraded. All this grass and everything, I know. And these textures are upgraded already. I think they said that the trommel that shows a ladder and shows that it works. But the ladder's not going to be in it according to what Matt said. But I mean, look at all this stuff in the level. And you can push all these buttons and stuff. It's not there for show. This actually works. It shows them in a video pushing several buttons to even open this thing. You pull a handle on this to fire this up and make it work and flip the switches. You are going to be living as realistic as possible in this game. You know, and the first time I saw this, I was like, what the heck? And then I finally see it. They're unboxing, they're building it and all that. Your vehicles, like Farming Simulator, it's no name brands unless they get a license for it. But as was pointed out, 72 Chevy is what they said in this. But look at the interior. This is no low-end game for what you get. Tailgate opens and more. And seasons, like I said. So not for YouTube, so I am going to end that for here unless I decide to add some pictures. If I do, it'll be in the ending. So be sure to check out the links and stuff on my channel to check out some more videos. I hope you enjoyed the little tribute to Terry. Like I said, head over to his Facebook page. Feel free to message him. Talk about the Patreon if you want to talk about it. Oh, this. I can't go without this. I love Mud Runner. I play Mud Runner. I stream Mud Runner. Mud Runner. It's got a busted out window. Awesome. Love it. Multiple colors on your vehicles. It's all the same vehicle. No matter what color you want in, you can do it. Here's the truck. So, with that, take care and have fun, everybody. That's all the YouTube portion of TnT Modding's tribute and a look at Bucks County, PA. So with that, take care and have fun, everybody.